In this section, we'll talk about some of the most common cyber threats today. I'll show you where to find updated lists of those threats, how to learn about details, etc. But now let's answer the question, what is hacking? Per definition, hacking is an act that seeks to compromise digital devices such as computers, smartphones, or even entire networks. Next logical question would be why? Well, there's many motivators behind it, but some of the most prominent ones would be data theft, whether it be for financial gain. For example, lots of stolen data is offered for sale on the dark web. It could be for personal vendetta. It could be to damage a brand's reputation. Next, gaining access, while it could be inspired by any of the other 3 points here, it could also be done for curiosity, personal interests, or you know what? I actually have an interesting example here from my university days. One guy tried breaking into the grading software and he actually did manage to gain access to it, as in he could see other students' grades, professor notes, etc., but he could not change his grade. That was due to authorization, which we learned about earlier. Anyway, moving on to our next point, reputation damage. This occurs especially when there's competition. Let's say that there is a mobile operator and they have one competitor. It could be some very small country like an island, and they have two mobile operators. People will choose the reliable one out of the two or the one that they trust more. If one attacks the other, for example, they could leak damaging information or hit them with a DDoS attack, disabling their internet service. It's an instant gain for the competitor. Fourth example of hackers' goals is activism. Hackers motivated by activism are often called hacktivists. They'll target websites or IT infrastructure of institutions, organizations, or governments that they disagree with. And here are some of the most common security attacks. We'll get into the details in the upcoming lessons, but what's more important right now is for you to know how to find this information. The attacks listed here can be found anywhere on the internet. You can just Google the phrase top security threats and a similar list will pop up. But there is this list which is very well known in the security circles. It's called OWASP Top 10. Let me explain first what OWASP is. First of all, it's short for Open Web Application Security Project, and their top 10 list will tell you what are the most critical security risks to web applications for the previous year. This will be interesting to you if you're an application developer, an application security engineer or specialist, or if you hold any type of security job, you are likely to need this information because you should at least be aware of the current threats existing out there that you might eventually need to defend your organization against. All right, as promised, we'll talk more details in the following lessons. See you there.